up your head, pick up your body, get on the bus, it's time to party. It's Gregory, it is a Saturday night, Gregory. Take your socks off and take your pants on, get in the car and drive on.
Welcome to Friday Night Greg. I'm your uncle, Greg Stone, and I haven't slept in, I want to say, over 100 hours.
Immediately, the sound effects are really fun.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? Is this the first one that you've actually...
We did them all on Macaroni Rascals, so I'll just be doing a lot of the same jokes. I mean, you got to use them if they're there, right? But I like coming in with, "How you doing? We're back." And my wife is dead, but that's okay because I didn't get along with her anyway. It immediately makes your energy go up.
Hey, we're back! Hey, we're back!
Actually, we'll do this. I'm not supposed to do this on air. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Sam Evans in the house today. I'm going to check this out. You can do other sound effects. You want to see which other ones we have?
100% I do.
Okay, let's see. Because I don't want to do the same ones as the other show. We got a really fun episode planned for you today, guys. I'm really excited about what I think we're going to do. I don't know if I'm excited. I just have an idea. It's nice to come in with an idea. Let's see this thing.
Taking a sip off the old Nalge.
Tell them, what do you got anything going on? You know, do your plugs now while I find this.
You know what? I'm going to do a plug right now. I got a hot new show in New York City. If even one of you comes to it, it would really help out.
So that's what's happening.
I have invited you to do the show before and you had to cancel because of kidney stones.
I don't think this is true. I thought you said it was new. I had a kidney stone 6 months ago.
Well, it was it's the new, but we gave it a new name.
Oh, okay, very fair. A new name means... Anyway, tell them about what it is.
November 13th, Saturday, Pine Box Rock Shop in Brooklyn, New York, 8:30. It's called The Extra Special Show. It's going to be a little bit of stand-up, a little bit of music, and a little bit of drinking. So
whoa,
come on out. It's going to be real fun. Me, myself, Bobby Condon, Lindsay Bowling's X1.
I love Billy. You said Lindsay Bowling's X1?
Lindsay Bowling.
X1?
Zach Swan.
Zach Swan. I thought you said Lindsay Bowling, like a new Lindsay Bowling. There's a new version, the X1 version. We got Lindsay Bowling X1.P.
We took Lindsay Bowling's brain and we put it in a sexy robot woman.
What's this one?
Oh, I like that.
What am I going to do with that? I'm not doing that shit. Well, you tell me if you like it. That's one sound we have. What else can we work in here? Oh, this one's good. What about this one? Yeah, we're staying with that.
Yeah, I like that one a lot. That one's very good.
We'll just that'll be.
That's also a good. And we're back.
And let me try it. Well, you do it. Try it.
And we're back. It's
yeah,
great.
we're back. Man, there's some things I want to talk to you about. Nothing crazy, but you ever watch Friends?
100%. I did watch Friends. There's a lot of Friends hate that goes around, but I did watch Friends a lot. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay.
I was a
Friends hater.
I was a hater, and I completely.
It's okay. I'm not saying it's the best comedy show ever. I just enjoyed it.
You need to know. I now know what it is. I know now what it is and what it's for. Right? It's like people who, like, I gotta think of a good analogy right now. It's like, you know, like a Hawaiian shirt in a business meeting. It doesn't belong there. People are like, you can't wear those. No. But a Hawaiian shirt on the beach is where it belongs.
Yeah.
And so now that I had this baby.
Now you have the Hawaiian shirt on the beach.
So what Friends really is Tina and I were watching Ozark. This show is fucking intense.
It's dark.
It's
very dark.
It's heavy.
You don't want it when you have a baby.
When you're tired and you have no emotion, you're fucked. You're so emotional. It was fucking me up.
Yeah.
Every episode, I'm like depressed. And I'm like, we can't watch this because I'm too emotionally, and I can't, you have to pay very much attention.
Yeah.
But with Friends, you don't have to pay that much attention. And I'm not saying it's not good, because for what it is, for a show that is bullshit and easy, and not easy, I think Big Bang Theory sucks. Because Big Bang Theory is that format. Like, it's the format of Friends, which is like, you can watch this when you're cooking dinner and not miss anything. This is a show you can watch when you're having a baby. If you're going through a breakthrough or you're depressed, watch Friends, because you don't have to really. It's very superficial.
Yeah, well, and the problems that they're going to have are never problems. You know what I mean?
Right.
Can you imagine if, like, the Friends universe somehow coincided with the Ozark universe, and just one episode, Joey gets shot in the head.
Right.
Like, what the fuck?
See, I hate to say that because sometimes on this podcast I do this stuff, but I could understand if you listen to this podcast, you know what you're getting. A fun time, good time. If I one day went, here's why the liberals need to die. Or like, here's like, I bet people go, man, like, this was my escape. You know what I mean? This was my escape from emotions.
Yes.
Sometimes. And I don't know what we do on this podcast. And I'm not saying that I will. I talk about what I want when I want to. But that with Friends, I kind of get it because like I'm dead tired and it's always on. Mm-hmm. And it's like Starbucks. Like I know what I'm getting. I know no matter what state I'm in.
Yes.
It's easy. I can just put it on and it's fine. And I love it now. Mm-hmm. I am all in on Friends. And Tita had all of the DVDs her whole life. And she knows everything.
So she is a Friends.
Yeah, she was the prime candidate for when that show was happening.
You know what else I think is an interesting quality about Friends is I would not consider myself like a mega fan, but I 100% have seen the entirety of the series, which would make me a mega fan, I guess. But I don't really think of myself that way.
I thought I was that way too, though. I thought I'd seen everything. You know the hits,
Sure.
Ross and Rachel.
Yeah.
They're going to get married. They're going to break up. They're going to get back together.
Yeah. You saw the one with the couch,
Pivot.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
It's a funny one. It's going to be a haircut. Rachel's haircut's going to be involved.
Yeah.
Chandler's going to marry Monica.
And he's going to pee on her before he does.
I didn't know that one.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, there's a monkey at some point.
Yeah.
Which I haven't seen any monkey episodes yet.
It's like
what the fuck? There's a monkey on that show?
Yeah, I think it's like 3rd or 4th season. He's got a pet monkey for a while.
They brought in a monkey.
Yeah. And it's also
That's
funny
hilarious.
that on interviews, I watched some of the Friends reunion. Maybe I am a Friends mega fan, actually. But they talk about that monkey and they're like, I fucking hated that monkey. Yeah. They were like, was there any part that you hated? And he was like, yeah, the monkey. The monkey sucked every time. He was a piece of shit.
Yeah, he's a monkey. It's a goddamn monkey.
Yeah.
It's a half human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Can't have this guy. And it's so funny as a guy in the television world, we're Hollywood. We're Hollywood elites.
Yeah, we're industry insiders.
That meeting. That wasn't just like, hey, let's write a monkey in. Someone went, people love monkeys.
Yeah. Yes.
The ratings are dipping. We'll throw a monkey in here. Maybe he'll be a cop. Maybe he'll have like I don't know if they did this on the show, but they would always give animals like a little more extra powers than they did. We're like, the monkey knows we're breaking up. The monkey solved the math problem. And it's like, no,
he did not.
He did.
Yeah.
You're giving him magical powers. Kind of like they used to. And I'm a little sorry. You stop me when you have to. Kind of like they used to do this to Native Americans a lot. Like they'd have a Native American on a TV show, and they'd be like, they can smell the wind and shit. And you're like, what? You're like, he went that way. Yeah. I can tell. If I'm like, I guess Native Americans don't have powers.
Yeah, even Native Americans like back in the day, in the thick of like living in the American like wilds, if you were like, so you can like smell the air, and they'd just be like, no. Is that what you think we do? That's bananas.
I love to see a black person who was just like, oh, they do. He's like, they hate magical Negroes. I want to see an Indian guy being like, or Native American guy being like, oh, you think you're magical? You think I can make it rain. They literally think I can make it rain.
You think that you have wild expectations placed on you in movies, like ridiculous portrayals?
They think I'm a tracker. They always think I'm a tracker.
Yeah. There's like a Native American guy that's like, I'm just a cook.
And I'll say this, man, everyone's got a fucking stereotype. Mm-hmm. I wish I'm Italian. My mob, dirty, sleazeball, gonna run scams, all that shit. I wish the Italian thing was magic powers. You know what I mean? They're like, do you know Italians can see through walls? That would be great. I would take it.
Maybe that's a character that you can start writing into movies. The magical Italian.
I don't say anything, but every movie I write, I always bring an Italian guy who can weirdly see through walls.
Yeah. And he like helps you somehow on your journey.
Yeah. You change it. You change the narrative.
Yeah. And his name is just so Italian. It's like Giuseppe, one of those.
Yeah. Guggenheim, Guggenheim. That's not even
Gigugliano.
Yeah, I've been watching so much Friends. I want to say it's so good. The jokes aren't hacky.
You know what it is? It's so digestible.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Friends is the TV equivalent of processed food.
Yeah.
It's not that it's bad. It's just it's not good for you,
But it's not bad for you either. Like when you do processed food, I get it. But like McDonald's is bad for you.
Uh-huh.
Friends is not bad for you. It's just a friend who doesn't tell you a lot of secrets. Or like, it's a guy who like, he's there when you need him, but like, I don't want to say you can't trust him.
Yeah.
But like, he's the comedian. He's the fun guy comedian who's not going to talk about politics.
Yeah. And it's also like, Friends went off the air and I think people were like a little bit sad, right? Where you're like, oh, I miss Friends. This is in the name of the show. They're friends, right? But Breaking Bad ended, and even though you loved the show, you weren't like, oh, I miss Walter White. He like killed a lot of people and made I miss that.
I'd also argue though, when went enough, I was like, I don't know if I missed it. I was like, I can't do this. Needs to end. Yeah. Because you could keep Friends going forever.
Sure.
Forever. There are people who live in a fucking loft. 10 friends live in a loft. Things start getting real. I think that was the show. But Walter White was like, no, this guy can't be a drug dealer forever because it's like, it's bad writing. Yeah. Like he's now evil, but Friends was, it's, I don't know. Also right now, currently we live in a time that, I don't know if you guys know this, if you have TV, put on any time of the day, you can watch 6 episodes in a row.
That's the other thing. It's ubiquitous. It is everywhere. You will I think that is how I saw the entirety of the series, is not like watching it every week, but just turning on TV in the afternoons in high school and being like, oh, there's like a 2-hour block of Friends.
2 hours? Yeah. You're crazy. I'm not kidding. I'm telling you, because I'm up all of the time, TBS plays, I want to say 9 to 15 episodes in a row every day. And I watch like 4 or 5 episodes a day. And I'll say this about Friends. You can turn it on TV and it's good, but if you have it on Netflix and you put it on, you got problems. I can't explain why that is.
I get that.
You know?
Yeah.
You shouldn't choose to put on Friends, but if it's on, it's great.
Yeah. And it's like, if you're doing the streaming service, like commercial-free binging of Friends, that's too much. You need need commercials in Friends because you need to not be too invested.
You have to put Friends on. You can't put Friends on because that means you have a hand free. Yeah. If you have a hand free, you can't put it on because that means you're putting too much energy into it. The only amount of energy you should be able to put into Friends is you're doing 3 other things. Yeah. And you look over and go, fucking Joey, that son of a bitch. And they're funny. Who did you like on Friends?
I was a big Chandler
guy. We rate
guy.
them? We should rate them.
We're rating them?
Let's go in order. And I have a hard time, but I think, yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
List them from favorite to least favorite.
If I'm talking about who I identified with, Chandler. I liked his smarminess. He was always the funniest to me. Then my second favorite, Phoebe. I think Phoebe underrated, the sexiest woman on that show. Big Phoebe.
Can we take a pause?
Yeah.
I never thought she was attractive till recently.
Oh, okay.
Now I'm like, wow. Yeah. She's very attractive.
She's very attractive. She also, like, in the storyline, like, it's not a very super sex heavy show, but there's like a couple like lines that Phoebe has where you're like, she's a freak. She's straight up a freak. Yeah.
She's still progressive today, and that show was 30 years ago.
Yes.
So back then it was like, she had a boyfriend. I didn't watch the whole episode, but she had a boyfriend who was wearing her underwear, and everyone was like, what a freak. And she was like, what's wrong with you? He's the best. This is awesome. I'm like, yeah, she's into it. I think she fucked the monkey. Yeah. She's future sex. She's like ultra.
She's past every convention, you know? And yeah, she has aged well.
Also very funny.
Super funny. She is, I think, the funniest lady on the show. Yeah.
Of the 3.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's funny on the show.
3 boys, 3 girls?
3 boys, 3 girls.
6 fucking people cast.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
I think the end of the series, they also were making $1 million an episode.
So I want to get into that. We're going to hit that point because I want to talk about the money, but I want to talk about how your favorites first because I thought about that. Mm-hmm. I looked up the first season. They made $24,000 an episode, and I did the math, and it's about like if they would have done so with Breaking Bad, it's like what 8 to 10 episodes a season. Yeah, they did 8 seasons. With Friends, they did 10 seasons, I believe.
And it was a lot of episodes.
24 episodes. It's 520 episodes of TV. How are they not all masters of acting? You know what I mean? Like,
oh, because they've acted so much.
So many hours of acting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They should all be the greatest. They should all be Pacino.
Yeah, but they're also like, I agree with you, but they're the greatest at acting as those people. You know what I mean? Like Joey, great, but like he's a dumb Italian.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
So now that guy, Matt LeBlanc, can play any dumb Italian you got. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you can't be like, okay, and now you're a physicist. And he's
Right.
like, I got nothing.
I got to play Joey.
Yeah.
You got to give me 5 of the Joey shows. I'll knock Joey out of the park. Real quick, just a quick aside on the episode I watched today. This did make me very mad. There was a line. It was a Halloween episode. Courtney Cox was dressed as Catwoman. Phoebe comes in dressed as Superwoman, and she goes, "Hey Joey, you like comic books?" And he goes, he's like, "Yeah, exclusively." Like he said, he only reads comic books, right? So this guy knows a lot about comics. And she goes, "Who would win in a fight, Supergirl or Catwoman?" And he goes, "Catwoman, of course." And I went, "Are you out of your fucking mind?"
Supergirl will vaporize Catwoman.
I mean, like, but how could you even write that line for a second?
Yeah.
How could you say this guy reads comic books and then anyone would ever think, I mean, okay, you want to have that argument? Sure. But that needs to be the entire episode where Joey is saying, well, because she's so smart, she could steal a kryptonite ring and she could do this. And with proper planning, she can beat Supergirl. Maybe Supergirl's young and and Catwoman has like, you'd have to be so into comic books to explain why Catwoman could be Supergirl, or you've never looked at an inked page in your life.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Or like he really truly is that dumb. Like that is the dumbest thing of all the like, oh, Joey's not that smart lines. That's the one.
This is it.
Where you're like, this guy really is stupid. He's pretty fucking. I don't think he's gonna be okay.
That episode was about seeing who would win in a fight among the friends. That episode should have been like, we think Joey's handicapped, and they go, well, how do we find out? Hey, Joey, who would win in a fight, Catwoman or Superman? And he goes, do Catwoman. Cats are cute.
Yeah, we're like, well, Joey's probably very strong, but he's very stupid.
But rate him.
Okay,
Chandler's your number one.
Chandler, Phoebe. Then I go Joey, and then I say Rachel. No, then I say Monica. Then I say Rachel. Then I say Ross. Due respect to Ross.
Let me say this.
I put Rachel and Ross at the bottom.
I always thought Ross was the worst until I became a Friends head, like I am now.
Okay.
And now I go, because I watched the reunion and they were like, dude, Ross was such a funny guy. Like, he was so funny. They kept putting him over. I went, what? This guy? He sucks. Now I watch the show and I go, oh no, Ross.
Yeah.
Ross was good.
Yeah. Ross is a spaz, and they really lean him into the spaz as the series goes on.
Yeah.
And he really starts to, that actor, David Schwimmer, gets really good at like doing a hilarious freak out.
Yeah.
Like he melts down and you're like, this is very funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's good. I think my least favorite is, I think I go Joey.
Okay.
And or
wait, Joey's your
Ross,
least or your most
number one.
Okay.
Joey, he's so
neck and neck, Joey and Ross.
Yeah, they're just so funny.
Joey's great. And Joey's the most lovable.
So lovable.
Yes.
So lovable. Guy loves to fuck. I love a guy who likes to fuck.
Guy fucks.
You know what I mean? I would love to see that show, an HBO version of Friends, where Joey is, that he hots, dirty sex. Fucking Phoebe is like I'm too tired to do this part. So maybe we come back to this on another episode.
Sure.
The HBO version of Friends. I think that we could write that. It'd be really funny.
Yeah, we can.
Calvin beat the shit out of me today, so I can't.
Wait.
I'm cowering.
Really quick, though. Can we go back and talk about Joey does fuck on the series, but the whole line of how you doing is not a good line.
How you doing?
Yeah, and it's not even like a good line back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was only kind of a line in the heat of Friends if you met a girl who loved Friends.
Yeah.
If you went up and you kind of looked like Joey and you went, how you doing? She'd go, I love Friends. Maybe. But without that, does not work.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Nobody says that.
Only if you're hot.
Yeah, and it's not how you doing, it's how you doing.
How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, no, do Italians even
you
say
actually
that?
do a pretty good how you doing.
I mean, I'm Italian. I am Joey. I'm a fat Joey. I'm a Greggy. Ross, Joey, Ross, Phoebe, Chandler, Rachel, Monica
last.
Monica, and I used to love Monica, but now I just no, I don't hate her.
Yeah,
and I think everyone's neck and I think it's all tied, and then Monica is second.
Well, that's the strength of the show. It's an ensemble.
They were all great.
Yeah,
they're all great. You like Monica. Monica was a chef. She was clean. Who cares?
Yeah, the fact that she gets real like anal retentive and like is very like type A and everybody has to do what she wants. There are some episodes where you're like, all right, Monica, you're kind of a bitch, you know?
Did you see the episode where Chandler... So I didn't get to watch the whole thing. Might not have aged well. Chandler, the only line I saw is that they were like, we need to go to Vegas to meet your dad. And he's like, you don't understand, he embarrassed me my whole life.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, well, he came to my soccer game like in a skirt or something.
Yes.
And he hated him. And I go, wait, Chandler's dad was trans.
It is the biggest... I have seen no less than probably like 4 or 5 think piece articles. And it's like...
Can inform me, because I didn't see the whole episode. Is it justified later or no? Is it just...
No. And it is like, because it's unclear whether his dad is a cross-dresser, like a transvestite.
People didn't know
drag
that.
queen, or if his dad is trans, you know? And so these think pieces now are like, it's a transphobic show. And it's like, yes, in today's light, like I won't defend it, but also like, fuck it. This is what you're losing sleep over? A show that was old, didn't age well? Of course it didn't age well.
And they forget 2 major things. One, Google wasn't big yet.
Yeah.
So to learn about other cultures and other things was a lot harder to look up.
Yes.
2, they tried.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I even think the idea of them trying was like, let's put this in.
Sure.
You try. And I'll say this.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, everyone makes mistakes.
Also, I do think, I mean, there are jokes at his father who's in drag.
Mm-hmm.
They're at his expense, but the episode does end with him being like, "Oh no, please come to my wedding." You know,
I didn't know how it ended.
Yeah,
does it?
Yeah, he wants him to like be a part of his day, etc.
Well, he is also played by a woman. He's played by
Kathleen Turner.
Mm-hmm. Which, so it's like she's definitely trans because that's a woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess so.
You know what I mean? So he's trans, but they were calling him like making cross-dressing jokes.
Sure.
And I think there was a couple gay jokes too. They were like afraid of being gay.
There were also, there were gay jokes, a lot of gay jokes early on, because remember Ross's ex-wife is gay. She's a lesbian.
Right.
And there's like a couple episodes where like Ross is like trading barbs with his ex-wife's partner.
Barbs? What's a barb?
Like a
Barbie?
Jab. Like, fuck you.
Oh.
You smell. You stink.
Right.
You're a nerd.
Yeah.
You're gay.
This is what makes me crazy. How many times have we written shows or come up with an idea like, okay, pitch the TV show. And you're like, I got the idea. And you're like, he's an astronaut, but he comes to space and it's time and all this. And they go, not different enough. And then whoever pitched Friends said 6 people who live in a New York apartment and they're friends. And they went, sold?
You got it.
How the fuck did that show get picked up?
Yeah, that is very true. Do all the other classics too. Cheers. Guy owns a bar.
Right.
What happened? People drink a lot.
Yep.
And anyways.
Cheers, at least I understand. You go, this is a show about a bar and all the fun conversations they're having bars, all the people who... like Cheers makes a little more sense.
Yeah.
You film it in one place. It's the bar. This is that. You know, it's like, great. But Friends is like, what's Friends about? You already know I told you the title. Friends.
Yeah.
Why are they friends? They're friends.
Yeah.
What happens? Comedy. Funny things. Season 2, maybe we bring in a monkey.
Comedy.
Yeah, we bring in a monkey. So here's what I wanted to do today, which we're 22 minutes into the episode. I think we need to rewrite. I think what we do, and we're just going to steal.
Okay.
We're going to steal. We're going to write a new show that we can sell because it worked.
Yeah.
We're just going to rip off Friends.
Okay.
And this is what I like to... This is how we're going to do this.
Do you want me to get a pen out?
From what? Where could you get a pen from?
I got a pen in my
should have come
pocket.
prepared. Oh, yeah, and I got a piece of paper.
Give me that piece of paper.
We're literally going to just steal every character, rewrite their names, kind of change some of their attributes, use a formula, right? So we got 6 friends. You don't have to write them all down yet, but we got Joey. So I said we go through, we rewrite the show. It's we'll call it, it's fellas or buddies. What you were saying before?
Fellas is like about dudes.
Oh, right.
Buddies is pals.
Right, but buddies is too close to friends.
Chums.
We'll come back to the working title.
Okay,
Right,
all
working
right.
title.
Working title.
Working title. We got Joey. Who was Joey?
He was an Italian idiot.
Italian idiot. Guy who got laid.
Yeah.
Had a catchphrase. What you doing?
Yeah.
Actually, he didn't say what you doing. That's our guy. Our guy says, what you doing?
Our guy says, what you doing?
It's not going to be Italian because they'll know. We make him something else.
Russian?
I was thinking dumb Greek, but like Russian. What you doing? Yeah, Russian.
What you doing?
What you doing?
I love that.
What you doing? Yeah, he's a Russian.
Is he still? He's still dumb though. The character needs to be dumb. We'll say he's dumb, right?
Right. I'll say he's dumb, but I'll say no. I'll say this. They think he's dumb. I'll say this. He was we don't have to be dumb, but we can say this. He's a disgraced Russian. Worked for he was like a nuclear physicist who was disgraced in his country.
Okay.
Moved to the new town in New York. No, or should we do another city?
Gotham.
Yeah, Gotham. Fuck it. It's Batman. Fuck it. They live in the city with Batman. I love that. And he goes, what you doing?
Yeah.
So he's a disgraced nuclear physicist.
But they don't know. They think he's dumb. But really, he's just a disgraced nuclear
physicist. He's just disgraced. And he constantly has fun stories about when I was in Chernobyl, we used to do this. How about this? How about he is dumb? The reason Chernobyl exploded was because he worked there.
Because he's so dumb.
And he's kind of on the run. Every now and again, the KGB comes looking for him. And he has to go, I have to go. We have to give him a name.
Might have caused Chernobyl.
So far, this show is great. One character done. Solid.
His backstory already better than Joey's, due respect.
Yeah. Okay, but what does he do for a living? Because Joey was an actor. This guy does he could do, let's just throw some out there. He could be doing voiceovers. He could be a waiter. He could be
waiter, actor, athlete, boxer.
Athlete is actor. We could just keep him an actor.
Let's make him an actor.
Right? Because I think we've pulled it far enough away with the Russian disgraced physicist.
What's his name?
What's a Russian name? What about Choey with CH? No, that's not funny. Chekhov?
Choey?
Or
Chekhov.
Chekhov.
That's very Russian.
And they call him Checky. Checky. Short for Chekhov. Something crazy and racist because we still have to keep the ignorance there.
Sure. Checky. He's Russian. I mean, you ever met like a Russian from straight over there? They're wildly sexist.
Wildly.
Yeah. He's not forward thinking.
No.
Beyond the nuclear physics. That's pretty good.
All right.
Russian disgraced nuclear physicist might have caused Chernobyl. He's an actor. He says, what you doing?
What you doing? What you doing?
Checky.
Yeah. Done. We don't have to go too far. We'll come back. Next character. We got Joey. Who else do you want to attack? Who was Phoebe? This is a good. We need a Phoebe. This is a good time for us to maybe bring in. I don't want to say diversity.
Okay.
But she's the progressive crazy woman. What is? All right, you come up with Phoebe. I was thinking we could bring in maybe like a trans character or. I gotta say this. There is one thing I did notice, and I'm not someone who usually notices this. There's not a single black person on Friends.
No, 100%.
It is.
That's a famous criticism of
Why?
Friends. Yeah, it's very fair.
Know that?
It's very white.
I kind of found it on my own, and I'm white.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to notice it when you're white.
Sure, yeah.
But I'm watching this
That's
and I'm
how
like,
white it is.
This is New York. And there's not a Puerto Rican in sight. Can I do that? Can our Phoebe be Puerto Rican?
100%. Let's call her BB. I think that's more important.
Bebe's kids.
Bebe?
That was a black or Bebe. Yeah. Well, I don't know. That seems kind of... is it right? Puerto Rican. She's Puerto Rican.
B-E-B-E, pronounced Bebe. I think that's fun.
Bebe, yeah. What was Phoebe's deal? What was Phoebe in a nutshell?
Phoebe was the weird one who was like weird, artsy, very spiritual. She was a masseuse,
Right.
She had a bunch of weird, random friends,
Let's keep masseuse.
Okay.
She's a sex worker.
She's a sex worker?
Yeah, I think so. So
in addition to being masseuse, or she's like a
masseuse
that will jerk you off.
Okay. Comedically. They love
it.
It's all funny. I was fucking this guy the other day. Hilarious. Right?
Love it.
Is that going to go? Go ahead.
I'm putting masseuse will jerk you off.
Will jerk you off. And does.
Okay.
That's how she makes her money.
Yeah.
I don't know any Puerto Ricans who are that way, so I don't think that's racist, right? Because I always get scared, like if you throw a race on someone, then they're going to go.
Yeah.
But you said it came from masseuse, not Puerto Rican.
Yeah, I don't think that's a stereotype that is traditionally put on them. You know?
Yeah. I've never even heard of a Puerto Rican masseuse.
Sure.
So I think we're safe.
Also, even if it was, this show will not be made. And I mean, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm having a good time. It's not going to get
Well, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do. I think we get all these down. I'm just going to download a friend's script. And then we do this to that script.
Plug those characters.
in.
I am so excited.
Kind of just change the lines a little. You know what I mean?
This is the best idea you have ever had.
And we can just film it. Who cares a shit?
Let's do a fucking read through.
You're right. Yeah.
A table read.
So back to Phoebe.
Okay. Who's Bebe? Puerto Rican masseuse will jerk you off. It's how she makes her money.
Phoebe did like crystals and shit, right?
Yeah.
So she is a telepath.
She's a telepath.
No, because that's too powerful. What about like a can read the future?
Yeah, fortune teller.
Like a fortune teller?
Okay.
And does magic.
Fortune teller does magic. Yeah, because Phoebe used to play the guitar
Right.
in the coffee shop. Bebe does magic.
Does magic.
In the coffee shop.
Yes.
Okay.
And I will say, questionably works in the dark arts.
Got it.
Questionably.
Yes.
Wears red lipstick, kind of goth. Definitely goth.
Like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Does magic. Could be into the dark arts.
Yeah. I will say this.
That's really solid.
Quick aside, instead of a monkey on the third season, we bring in a tiger.
Yes.
You know, because I read a story about a guy in the Bronx who had a tiger in his apartment.
Yeah.
All right, so just put like an asterisk with a tiger somewhere.
Gothic. Red lipstick. Okay, next person.
All right, we got Phoebe, we got Joey. I think we got the easy ones out of the way. The next ones are going to start getting hard.
Yeah.
Rachel. What was Rachel? What the fuck was Rachel?
Rachel was like the uber desirable, like she was the leading lady essentially because of the thing with Ross, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she wasn't in this. She kind of went through a lot of changes because she like came to the city not knowing a lot,
mm-hmm.
and then she became this like sort of high-powered career woman who worked in fashion and like worked high up for like Ralph Lauren.
Was she dumb? Not really.
She was ditzy.
I know she was a bad driver.
Yeah, they played her
episode.
ditzy, and then she becomes less that way, I think.
Right. Phoebe was more like, was Phoebe dumb?
No, Phoebe was not. It's like a line. She's not dumb, but she's just so out there that you're like, are you dumb?
And she was straightforward.
Yes.
Should cut you right there and
Yeah.
then say things that are, she wasn't dumb. She was just living in the higher world of like,
Yeah.
I'm other world. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm scared. I don't know how to do Rachel.
Yeah, Rachel's
So
hard.
Because
Should we come back to her?
let's come back to Rachel.
Okay.
Ross and Monica I think we're going to attack these two. Go ahead. Because we need a brother-sister combo.
Okay. Ross.
Unless you want to do Chandler or someone else.
Chandler, the only thing I have is that I think a better name for Chandler and ours would be Sampler.
Yeah, Sampler, of course. But memorize that. We'll do Sampler first.
Okay, we'll come. Okay.
We'll just call him Sampler.
Yeah, Sampler. I think it's funny.
The thing about Sampler is no one knew what he did. I want to keep that.
Sure.
But maybe he's a drug dealer.
Okay.
Or like a mafia guy.
Yeah, we make it more nefarious.
Yes.
Everybody's like, we don't know what you do, but it's in an office. This is like, we don't know what you do, and it's like scary.
What about like a Bernie Madoff type?
Oh.
What are you thinking? Which way we can go? We can go any of these. We can go mob. We can go Bernie Madoff style. We can go. We don't know. How about this? We don't know what it is, but we know it's illegal.
Nice. We
You know
don't
what I
know
mean?
what he does. It is illegal.
There are bodies places. He's witty.
He is witty.
You got to keep that.
I'm putting body count, question mark. Witty. Yeah, he's still the sarcastic, witty, comedic voice.
I'm seeing an Eric Bergstrom style person.
Oh, very good.
You know what I mean?
Leather jacket.
Leather jacket.
Joey had the leather jacket. Now we'll give it to
him.
Sampler.
We'll give Sampler. What nationality is he? Also questionable?
Yeah, it's like, could you be Italian? Or are you like a really light-skinned black guy?
What's Chandler? He is also going to have to marry. He's going to have a relationship with
The
Monica
Yeah.
character, but So we have to draw on that. Okay, he's questionable, he's nefarious, he's witty. That's really all Chandler was witty.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think we can move on unless we have more things about him.
I like this. It's a darker Chandler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sampler's like still witty, still funny.
Sampler.
Yeah. I just like that as the name because it's vaguely like Chandler, but it's like, what is he, a food item?
I love the guy. I love that your name is Sam. And I don't know if people ever called you Sampler because I feel like that's a fun nickname. And hopefully I can remember to work in.
I'm so excited for this. I think it's already like great. All right.
Chandler. So we got Monica. How many we got so far?
We got Checky, which is Joey.
Yeah, Checky.
Bebe, which is Phoebe.
2.
Sampler,
3.
Chandler.
So we have 3 more.
We got 3 more.
We're halfway
we got
through.
Rachel, Monica, and Ross.
Rachel, Monica, and Ross. I think we have to do Monica and Ross next because they're brother and sister.
Okay.
Right? They have to keep the brother-sister combo.
Let's start with Monica because she had a very clear, defined personality type in the old show, right? Very type A.
Yeah, same.
Okay, so still type A.
Because we kind of have to keep these things similar because we're just going to be stealing their scripts.
Yes, yeah. You can't change the core of their personalities. You just change weird facts.
We're just doing repaints, as they say.
Yes.
We're doing repaints. We're repackaging, repainting things.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so she is type A.
So she's type A, OCD, mega mental problems.
OCD, yeah.
Ultra OCD that she has to take pills.
Oh, yeah. For her, yeah, we really delve into like, no. This is like a huge problem for her.
Yes.
Okay.
She cleans this much. That's an issue.
Yeah. Is medicated, goes to therapy, mentally unwell, we'll say.
Mentally unwell.
Yeah. Her OCD, like, it drives her friends away a lot of times.
Doorknobs. One episode is her coming to the door.
She can't stop.
30 minutes of her. She can't. The entire episode is stuck in a bathroom because she has to keep doing the door. So all the characters have to keep coming into the bathroom because she can't leave because she hasn't turned it 37 times the right way.
Yeah.
She can't get out.
And we hit like the studio laugh track button, but she is crying.
Damn, I hit the wrong button, but it's still funny.
Okay, so type A, OCD, but then this is where we diverge. We go, is medicated, in therapy.
Right.
Debilitating. Okay.
Is she still a chef? That was another big thing for her.
No,
is she a chef?
Something different.
Owns a strip club.
Oh.
Is it possible?
But these are it's all like too I mean, I'm okay with that, but so far everybody is like Joey, disgraced nuclear physicist now. Bebe is a masseuse that will jerk your dick off.
Sure. So now
it's like very dark.
Which
I'm okay with.
No.
Do we want to do that for everybody?
No, I was just trying to keep her in the restaurant business.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Somehow. So it doesn't have to be a strip club. Could be a bowling alley. Could be. I was trying to keep her in the restaurant, but maybe she has a food truck. What's a New York thing now with food?
Food truck is very good. Yeah.
Or she just thinks she's a chef when she's off her pills. That's not OCD, but we could just give her a cocktail of mental illnesses.
Let's make her a bartender.
Yeah, bartender.
Because she's still in the industry.
Still in the industry.
And that way, like, she thinks very highly of herself and she is a good bartender. But then all of her friends are like, all right, I mean, you're just a bartender.
You're just a bartender.
Yeah.
And she does make her drinks perfectly. Like, she knows how to make drinks.
Sure.
She could do those things.
And maybe that's a thing, too, where it's like, is she an alcoholic? 100%. Does it make her easier to be around? Also 100%. So her friends, it's a line that the chums ride with her.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, big thing for Monica is that she used to be fat.
Uh-huh.
So did she used to be fat in ours now, or was she used to be hot and now she's fat?
No, she was anorexic and now she's like kind of fat. But everybody's like, thank God you're kind of fat.
Yeah. I say, and also think about if we get a big girl on this show. Monica's big.
Okay. Was anorexic, is now big.
Yeah, she used
and everybody's, she looks good.
High school, everyone looks back and go, God damn, you were so hot. And now she's like, yeah, thanks. But I'll say this. She's big now, but she's still hot. Big is in.
I agree.
But that's still like a thing.
But that's like a storyline in the series.
Yes.
Like she has a real strong stance for one day she's like, fuck you, I'm hot. And everybody's like, you are hot.
You are hot.
Yeah.
And her name can't be Monica because we have to change her name.
No. This one is great. I love this one. So was skinny. I'm putting anorexic question mark. Mm-hmm. Now heavy. Still looks good.
I'm going to say something. Do you know how many shows like this I've written that I didn't get this many characters this solid within years? This is the easiest way to write a TV show.
Sure.
You just rip off one of the biggest ones and make it.
Wait until we do Frasier, my man. All right. She can't be Monica.
I don't want to. I'm just gonna throw out some names. My sister's name is Monica, so I kind of want to give her. I want to call her Joey, which is my brother's name.
We can have a girl, Joey.
Could have a girl, Joey. I always love girls named Joey. We call her Joey.
Joey. Okay, she's Joey. We got two. This is great.
Yeah. All right.
Do you want to do Ross or you don't want to do Rachel first?
Let's do Ross because Ross I've got more facts on.
Yeah, Ross has more of a clearly defined archetype.
First of all, he was an archaeologist, which was insane.
Yeah.
So I'd like to give him
paleontologist.
Paleontologist.
Yeah.
Oh, really? What the fuck's the difference? I never.
Archaeologists is like old buildings. Paleontologists is like old skeletons.
Bones.
Yeah.
Let's keep him in the bone world.
Okay. All right. Keep him in the bone world.
I want to say
maybe mortician. Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay. So I'll throw mine and we can discuss.
Okay.
I was going to say, which is very similar, which is what was Dexter?
Dexter was a forensic. He analyzed crime scenes, specifically blood spatter patterns. So
I want to go with like a forensic guy who reads
forensic
bones.
pathologist.
Holy Michael,
coming in hot.
Nice. Forgot he was there, and then the God answers. What did Mike say?
Forensic what?
Pathologist.
Pathologist.
Thank you.
Great.
Should we make Ross just give him Dexter's same job? That's kind of fun. He's not Dexter.
But I want to make
or we put it Dexter.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Maybe he is a Dexter. Well, I like the idea that he is also working with. He's also best friends with our nefarious
Chandler. Oh.
So every now and again, maybe he goes, "Hey, how do I?" He asks some questions like, "How do you burn up some bones?"
Yeah.
And those are the jokes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And she was like, "You need a bone guy. Could I have any more bone guys?
Can I?" That's like an actual. It's a great impression. That's a Joey line. Can there be anyone? That's like that's nailed it. Sorry.
Okay.
Some kind of forensic cop guy. Crime scenes. Goes to crime scenes.
Yeah. Let's just make him a forensic scientist.
Right.
Okay. Great.
Also, it's Gotham, which we did not forget.
Oh yeah. So like that makes a lot of sense.
He's going to bring in a lot of the talking about Riddler, talking about the Joker. Dealing with that.
Forensic scientists analyzes crime scenes.
And this is our only time we talk about the fact that Batman exists in this world. This is just a house in Gotham that is doing whatever they're doing. Every now and again, the Scarecrow attacks.
Yeah.
Two-Face is taking over a bank. And that's just very, very mildly in the background.
Maybe it's just like an aside. Like one night, this character leans out a window. He's like, bat signal. It's going to be a goddamn busy night at work.
Yeah, the part, it's like, Jesus.
He's just annoying.
Yeah, absolutely.
Forensic scientist analyzes crime scenes. Now, Ross had a son, and his wife left him to be a lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
Or for a woman. And she was a lesbian.
Yeah.
So do we keep any of that or do we mutate some of those elements?
Let me throw this. And then you tell me if I go too wild. Maybe his wife left him to become a supervillain. We don't really discuss it. Maybe his wife was Poison Ivy.
Okay.
She moved, she didn't become a lesbian. She became she became a criminal.
Okay.
Or it doesn't have to be supervillain. Could just be wife left him because she's in jail. I like that.
I like that a lot. I had another
Tell me.
Wildly different route, but I like it because I like the idea of making our show less anti, gay or trans, right? This guy had a wife who was like, I'm a man. And he tries to make it work and tries to still stay married to this man. And eventually it doesn't work out, but he was like, yeah, I was gay for a little bit.
Can we do both? Let me ask you this. Can we have his ex-wife is trans and also no, you can't. Here's why. I learned something the other day. I was talking to my friend Jay. She's trans. Turns out big TV thing was making trans people homicidal killers.
Oh, that's right.
We almost fell accidentally into one of the great faux pas.
Yes, that's true. Yeah. Okay. That's very astute. Okay. Let's not do it.
Here's the thing. I like the idea of every now and again. Did we name this guy yet?
No.
This Ross character having to go to prison to see his ex-wife and talk to her behind a glass wall because she
Let's do that. No ex-wife who's a lesbian. Now it's ex-wife who is secretly a career criminal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Secretly arrested in jail.
Yeah.
Career criminal.
Was secretly. He didn't know.
Yeah, because
but now he knows.
Ross had to leave her because she was gay. He had to leave her because she went to jail.
Nice.
For life.
I like that.
Lifetime. And there's so many jokes. Murderer, so many jokes. Also, he's a cop. He's the one who had to he found out. He's the one who had the evidence. We don't have to get into that, but we could.
Sure. Yeah, he turned her in.
He turned state's evidence.
Ugh. Love it. And now it's like a thing of, in his world, they're always like, how can we really trust you? And he's like, guys. He's still a spaz about it.
Yeah. I'm the one who turned my wife in.
Okay. He does have a son?
They have a kid.
They have a kid. Somehow he seemingly never has to take care of it.
This doesn't have to. We don't know where that kid is.
Let's not forget, he, instead of a pet monkey, does have a pet tiger.
He has a tiger. Why the fuck did Ross have a monkey?
I can't remember.
I'll tell you this. Let me tell you something. So many things. One, New York City, that apartment would have been $10 million.
100%.
Also, the name of the song is I'll Be There For You. They're like, wait, how's it get? You're broke, your career. Like, how's that song go? I'll be there for you. Has everyone told you life was going to be this way?
We'll rewrite the song.
Your job's a joke. You're broke. First of all, he was a paleontologist. None of their jobs were jokes. None of them were broke.
Yeah. Some of them were broke. That was an episode.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, there was an episode where it was like
Joey.
half of them wanted to go out to a fancy restaurant and the other half were like, you all make more money than us.
Yeah.
We are poor.
Yeah. We're going to rewrite the song. Yes. So I didn't mean to do that.
No, it's
I'm
okay.
done.
Okay. This is the Ross character. I'm just going to sum up. Forensic scientist analyzes crime scenes. Ex-wife. She's in prison for life because she was secretly a criminal. They do have a kid. He has a tiger for a couple seasons. Still a spaz.
Ross got the monkey to curb his loneliness after the divorce.
Whoa.
Same reason. Same reason.
Works perfectly, Michael.
Yeah. He got the tiger because his wife was in prison.
I love it.
And there's an easy joke there where they're like, you can really handle a tiger. He's like, I handled Sarah for over a year. Yeah.
Hey, both of them tried to kill me. A lot of that.
It's so stupid.
Yeah.
It's so...
Right.
Okay. What's this guy's name?
Ross. Well, he's also brothers with
Monica.
Who
is Joey in this one.
And she's Bebe, right?
No. Bebe's Phoebe.
Oh, she's Joey.
Monica in this one is Joey.
Did we give her a nationality or anything like that yet?
No.
All right. It's New York.
The only nationalities we have right now are Joey is Czechy, who is Russian, and Phoebe is Bebe, who is Puerto Rican.
Right. Now, we don't really care about nationalities because I think it's going to come down to us having to cast this thing.
Sure.
Their brother and sister. Oh, we need a name for Ross.
Yeah.
Then we should Gross. I just keep saying Gross.
Gross?
Gross isn't really a good name, but it's like...
I like it. Neither is Sampler. Then, well, if we're going to diversify, let's make the Rachel character black,
Got to.
Yeah. Okay. I love that.
Is she last? Are we done?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. I think we should be trans.
Black and trans?
Yeah.
I'm on
drop
board.
the ball.
Love it.
And then that's it. That's all we write. Done, right? Good. Because that's what they did with Rachel.
That kind of is. Yeah, they're like, she just is a mess.
Who are you? You're hot. Go to wardrobe.
Love it.
And she's in love with
Gross, but doesn't know it yet. Because that's how.
And Gross has always been in love with her.
Oh, for years. Okay.
Is this weird?
What we're doing? Making her black and trans?
No. What I was going to say was he was always in love with her. So he always thought he was gay. And then she transitioned.
Oh.
And so here's the fun episode where he's like, well, am I gay? Am I not? You're a woman now. So I'm not gay anymore, but I was gay for a while because I always loved you.
I think, though, correct me if I'm wrong, but even this is beyond our knowledge. But
right.
I think if you're a man who's in love with a trans woman, you are still considered queer. You're not gay.
You know I don't subscribe to any of that.
Sure. Hey, I understand.
I don't subscribe. Love it,
Sure. And it's words, right? Love is love.
Love is love.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I think if we're doing a Friends style show where all the jokes are very superficial.
Sure.
It's very fun to be like, well, am I gay? Was I not gay?
Yes.
And now
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
this. And they're like, but I just want to be whatever. I thought I was gay. And he's
Yeah.
like, but she's like, I'm a woman. And he's, and he's like, but I don't get to be gay anymore.
I know this is very dumb, but as I just wrote gross, I realized that gross is just Ross with a G in
That's
front
exactly
of
where it came from. I just threw a G on the end of Ross. And he's gross. It's gross.
Yeah, it's pronounced
That's
gross.
really all that. It's gross. Everyone calls him gross. Hey, gross here? And he goes, it's gross.
Oh, I love
We
that.
got to put that. You got to put that down. It's pronounced gross.
Pronounced gross with a G.
And we'll define the Rachel character. I just think it's so funny that like it's such a spit and face to Jennifer Aniston that they literally just went, yeah, you're just the hot one, and you're.
Yeah,
that's what
it
this
is.
I mean, just give her one thing and
they
be done.
build her into something, but yeah, she starts the story and they're like, yeah, you're kind of an idiot and your life sucks right now.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah. Also, I love the idea of just having a character who is who transitioned and lives in New York. Makes total sense. And in love with Gross. It's the will they, won't they. We could do now. This might sound offensive, but I always thought about a Romeo and Juliet style thing where two people are transitioning to try to be the other person. But then, kind of how like Romeo and Juliet, they killed each other and then they died. Like this is so stupid. The idea of an episode where Ross, because nothing matters in TV, Ross transitions to be a woman to make the Rachel character happy, but then she transitions to be a man. Well, you did that. I did that. Paying no attention to what any of this actually means in real life, giving zero cares about who these people, about like what it's like, oh no, we don't do any research on what trans really is. No, but I just like the idea of, okay, so we need to come up with the Rachel's name. We should call her Rachel.
Okay. Still keep her Rachel.
Just keep her Rachel. And she used to be Ross.
Fun.
Right. That's how it's a little wink to where we got this show from. Also, I'll say this, man. We right. No one is going to know. Nobody's going to know that this was a Friends ripoff. You look at this. Someone presents you this show. No one realizes this was Friends. It's Gotham City. Everything's crazy. They go, no, this is a ripoff of Friends. You have no idea.
You don't think? All right. I'm just going to read you the character bios. You don't think that people will pick up?
Well, we'll read it. We'll hear.
Okay. I'm going to start from the beginning.
Forget what you know. Forget that we've been talking about Friends.
Okay.
Let me erase. Great. And if you're a listener out there, bring a friend in at this part of the episode and see if they realize where we stole this from.
Okay. So I'm going to come in. I'm pitching to you right now.
You're pitching to me.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to go fresh-minded.
All right. Be in character. You're a network executive.
Yeah.
You're maybe the worst person I've ever met in my life.
Yep. Jimmy Rich.
Okay, go. Hot show idea. All right.
Great. What's it?
We're talking about 6 pals who live in the same city, biggest city in the world, Gotham
What city? New York?
City.
Gotham. Love it.
Yeah, right? You're familiar.
Comic
with
book
Gotham?
show. Great.
Yeah. Well, you think, okay? First off, group of friends living together in Gotham. First off, we got Chekhov in real life, Russian. All of his friends think he's dumb, but really he's just a disgraced nuclear physicist.
Yep.
He might have caused Chernobyl,
Maybe.
all right? He's an actor now, gets a lot of pussy. Here's how he gets women. He says, "What you doing?"
Nah, you might be right. So far. Maybe if you pitched me him in the middle, I might not have noticed.
Yeah, that's kind of a dead guy. Okay, all right, we'll keep going. Next character, Bebe. All right, she's a fucking Puerto Rican masseuse and the fun kind. She'll jerk your dick off.
This is New York City.
Yeah, baby. No, it's not. It's Gotham.
It's Gotham. And of course these people exist in Gotham. It's a shitty city.
Yeah. She's also a fortune teller. She does magic, maybe the dark arts even.
Mm-hmm.
And she's a goth. Wears red lipstick. Okay. Then we got Sampler.
Sampler.
Sampler, don't know what he does. Is it illegal? Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have a body count? Maybe. But he's witty. He's funny. And he wears a leather jacket.
Great.
Okay. Now we got Joey. She is a type A OCD bitch. And I got to tell you, it's a problem.
Yeah.
She's like, it's not like funny anymore.
It's not funny OCD.
It's very debilitating. It makes it hard to be friends with her. Lifelong restaurant worker in the bar industry. She's a great bartender. Also might be a functioning alcoholic. And her friends would have an intervention for her, but her alcoholism maybe is the only thing that makes her tolerable to be around.
Love it.
That's actually a really good character bio.
Which one was it?
That's Joey.
Oh, yeah.
Who is Mom.
All of these characters are pretty good.
Yeah.
I think that also Chekhov is the comic relief. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
You know, he's just this 1980s Russian character they brought in. Hey, man, funny is funny. And the Russians aren't getting mad at us for stereotypes yet, so we got some time on this still.
Then we got Gross.
Gross.
How's
How's it spelled?
Gross.
So gross.
Gross.
Got it.
Yeah. Gross is a forensic scientist. He analyzes crime scenes.
Mhm.
He's got an ex-wife. She's in prison for life because she was secretly a criminal. He actually turned state's evidence against her, but nobody at his work trusts him anymore. It's a big deal.
Mm.
They have a kid. He has a tiger for a couple seasons because he was lonely after his wife got into prison, and he's still a spaz.
Great.
Okay. Or I mean, he's a spaz, not still. You know.
Yeah.
And then our last
I would
kid-
argue this too, just a fun thing. His wife who went to prison could have been a high-level drug dealer. That's why he has the tiger. He still has the tiger from his ex-wife who was like a Scarface type person.
I love that.
They took everything except the tiger.
Yeah.
He loved the tiger, brought the tiger to live with him in New York.
Mm.
Forensic scientist. Also says all of these characters could have their own show. A forensic scientist who was married to a drug lord who has a tiger, that's a show. All of these are shows.
And then we got Rachel. Rachel is black. She is trans. She was Gross's lifelong crush, love interest. Really made Gross question his own sexuality prior to her transitioning.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to her transitioning, she went by Ross. She's now
Rachel. I want to argue this now. I would like to say that Joey, who is the Monica character,
Mhm.
we get Yamanika to play her,
100%.
right? So I will say that Gross, and Joey are probably African American.
Okay. Love that.
We just got to, or we get whoever because we don't,
Yeah. Also, we can still keep this blind casting, which is whatever person we like, whatever race, gender,
right.
whatever.
We figure it out.
Yeah. In fact, that's why we're better
Right.
than other
Yep.
shows that we definitely didn't rip this off of, right?
Sure.
Blind casting.
Also, I'll say this: when people go like, "Why did you cast this way?" We go, "We only have so many friends who will come do the podcast, so yeah, we might get a few messed up, might not nail it."
I love this.
Mm.
I think it's so good. It's very interesting.
Mhm.
I think it's going to be hilarious to pick a script
Yeah.
and just plug in new characters.
Right. We have to get one of the episodes with the monkey. So then all the monkey things are done by a tiger.
It's a 100%. 100%.
Jesus Christ. The tiger just throwing his own shit at Chekhov.
What you doing? I also just like that Checky, it's not like he's not suave enough.
Mhm.
He does get laid, but he's not suave enough to be like, what you doing? It's like, what you doing?
What you doing?
And all the women are like, are you yelling at me? He's like, no, I mean
What you doing?
how is it?
Yeah. That's funny.
That's really, he has to reiterate what he means.
Yeah.
What you doing? Huh? No, how is it?
That's so funny. And then our last one is Rachel, who's trans. That's it.
We need more for her.
What else is she got?
Well, Rachel in the original series gets into
There's just not enough Rachel.
that's what yeah.
Rachel's
But
in love with Gross.
She becomes she comes,
Works
she's a
in
waitress,
fashion.
and then she breaks into the fashion industry and works her way up. So maybe we pick another industry that she breaks into and works her way up.
What if she is a waitress at a comedy club and becomes the booker? This is our SD character.
Then becomes a Tonight Show booker.
It
all
becomes
the
a
way-
Tonight Show booker.
I love that. Okay.
You got a pen?
Yeah.
But doesn't book comedians, books acts. So she constantly has to be seeing these. How about America's Got Talent? She books America's Got Talent.
Oh, I love that. And then there's an episode where her and Bebe get into a fight because Bebe does magic. And she's
Right.
like, why don't you book me for it?
Yeah. She becomes the American.
She's Puerto Rican.
So the Rachel character is trans, in love with Gross, and is the booker for America's Got Talent. Which she's constantly got all these crazy people in here. It's like, this guy can swallow a lock and a key and then regurgitate it and open the lock. Lots of fun antics to bring in that way. Some minor characters we kind of have to get into. Oh, what time do you have to leave? You 5:30?
Is it 5:30
It's
right now?
5:28.
I got plenty of time.
I don't know what that means. You said as long as I'm out by 5:30. It's 5:28, and you just said I got plenty.
No,
of time.
no. I got to be at New York Comedy Club at 8.
Oh, okay. So we
I
have
had to leave at 5:30.
Oh, you have to leave at 5:30. I think Sam does too. But you can leave at 5:30 when you just leave it going, right, Mike?
Yeah, just do the bonus episode after.
How are we doing on time now?
We have 1 minute. I was about to play the music.
All right, play the music meaning it's over, or play the music means we have 10 minutes left?
That would be at an hour.
Okay, so let's stop it here, and we'll get into the Patreon now, and we'll continue with the characters, the satellite characters, and maybe some episode,
some episode ideas,
some things that we could get in. We'll workshop.
We'll think of different Friends episodes where we could be like, let's alter that one.
Great.
Alter that one.
Let's do the plugs.
Oh, for me?
Yeah, do your plugs.
Oh, I got a show Saturday, November 13th, 8:30 p.m. Pine Box Rock Shop. It's called The Extra Special. It is a live stand-up comedy show where one comic gets drunk and cracks wise during
you
other
did ask me
people's
to do that.
sets. Yeah. And then I play music for it. It's really fun.
Great. Where can they follow you?
I'm at Really Sam Evans on all social media.
Right. Follow Mike V. Suarez, our wonderful producer and agent of disaster, the master of mystery. Mike V. Suarez on all things. Also, I'm Greg Stone. Follow me on my social media, Greg F. Stone on Instagram. I'm so close to 6,000 followers, so I'm very excited about it. I'm so close. That's a lot for me, I guess. And also, I have a great other podcast called Macaroni Rascals. It's We Put the Fun in Fungool. I came up with that today. I think that's a great tagline.
It's really good.
Although I sent it to Mike and he only sent me one ha. H-A. I wanted to go, come on, man. That's more than one H-A.
Yeah, you got to give me more.
All wherever you can download podcasts. Join the Patreon. Right now, we will be going into overtime on the Patreon where we're going to discuss more about this Friends show. We got to come up with a title. We got to come up with some antics, some satellite characters like Gunther. We'll see you all real soon. Thank you guys. I know he died yesterday.
Yeah.
All right. I love you all. See you all real soon. Good night. Is that good?
Pick up your head, pick up your body, get on the bus, it's time to party. It's Gregory, it is a Saturday night, Gregory. Take your socks off and take your pants on, get in the car and drive on Friday night, Gregory. It is a Saturday night, Gregory. In the darkness, my man was too high. He created the show, so that is why that you have Gregory. Oh, Friday night, Gregory.